Looking at the Hambletonian as a whole, if you go back to 2023, we saw a big upset in the form of Tactical Approach. Do we see one this year is the question. You can see a field of 10, but, you know, the big name, KARL, he's been talked about all throughout his career. We can take a look at him and what he's been able to do in terms of the elimination. KARL's going to do everything right here, Jose, and I mentioned he really needed to prove himself after having to race hard just a couple weeks prior from post 8, but he makes things look easy once again.
Yannick knows him very well. He's been aboard for many of those wins. He was aboard this night. They did go out favorite. He did come back and look sharp after disappointing as a betting favorite back on July 13th. He draws the inside post. He's listed at 6-5 on the morning line.
Yeah, rightfully so. His resume says it all. He's already earned over $1.2 million in his career. And when you look at the field, the horse that's made more than him, TCI, going into this season was the only horse that actually defeated KARL, that coming at the Red Mile. But looking at his elimination, another one. He was in the Steely Dancer when he needed to redeem himself after finishing third. TCI is going to get the job done here, and it was really, the wire comes up in time, but Dave Miller looks like he knew what he had kind of in front of him in the form of TCI and just had enough left late here to hold off that late charge from Private Access.
You know what? I like this effort a lot by Private Access. I like that James McDonald got in the bike for the first time as far as I can see. I know the winner was TCI, but boy, I just like the way Private Access was challenging him in the stretch and then passed the gallop out.
Yeah, and he's a horse that's obviously going to offer value. KARL and TCI, the money is going to be all in on those two, but I think if we're looking at prices, Private Access makes sense. The other one I'd look to a little bit is Highland Kismet, who has post 3. I think he had a trouble trip in the elimination, beaten by 2 lengths, but in terms of those closing panels for the trotters, the best one that we saw in the eliminations, 26-1. So excited to be out there, Jose. This is going to go as race 12 on the program, but they don't stop at the Hambletonian. The Hambletonian Oaks race number 14, 16 races in total. So that early start in the afternoon racing from East Rutherford kicking off at noon Eastern.
Big card over there at the Meadowlands. Of course, an early start. And Dave and Ashley will be on site bringing you all the coverage of that big card at the Meadowlands.